Alright, y'all, what's good? What is good? It is the Black Kid TV2, and I told you guys I was going to be having news articles about games on this channel, as well as my walkthroughs, as you guys have seen already. Um, as you can tell by the title, EA apparently is confident that there will be no Star Wars BattleFront delay, and they expect for it to sell 10 million copies within the first month or over the life cycle, like within the first couple months of the game being out, they expected to sell 10 million copies. It doesn't say a time frame, so I'm just guessing they mean over the a couple months of the game being out. Now, the reason why I chose to talk about this is because this is interesting, because it seems like a next gen trend, ever since the next gen consoles came out, and it did happen on the last generation consoles too. We noticed we had a couple game delays, like Skyrim. They didn't have a game delay, but they put the game out unfinished, and therefore you had to download like a 10-20 gigabyte update as soon as the game came out. I don't want to have to do that when the game comes out, and that's not to take nothing away from Skyrim. Skyrim was a great game, but you should not release a game where you had to put a 10 gigabyte day one patch out. That's just that tells you right there the game wasn't ready when you first shipped it out. So this is interesting because coming from EA, we know that they've had history of delaying games and releasing games that are not finished. Battlefield Hardline, they did have to delay, and I'm all for the delaying, but it reaches a point where you're delaying games because you set impossible standards. Like they knew that it was a stretch for them to get that game out by October, but what they was trying to do was compete with Call of Duty, and they always try to do that. They want to compete with Call of Duty, and they knew that they couldn't do what they did with Battlefield 4, which was release a broken ass game. They knew if they did that again with Battlefield Hardline, it was gonna be the end of it. And Battlefield Hardline, not to say it's a big battlefield, so people wasn't really gonna be tripping over it. Like if they would have did some shit like this, like delayed Battlefield 5, then we would have had a big issue. But this was Battlefield Hardline. It was a middle battlefield, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But going back to what I was saying about Battlefield 4, that game was unplayable. Literally, if you tried to play that game, you was not gonna have fun. That's how glitchy it was day one. And it did have a day one patch. Day one patch didn't fix shit because it was still glitchy as fuck, and it still has glitches in it to this day. But the game is still playable. I have over 100 hours on the game. It is enjoyable to play. Now, the thing about this is that I really don't want, because I already know that they're trying to compete with Black Ops 3. Like, I don't want them to be rushing this game trying to compete with Black Ops 3, because honestly, only reason I'm buying this game is because it's a Star Wars game. I'm a Star Wars fan. My car is a black Honda, and on the inside of it, I have a themed Darth Vader. I am a Star Wars person. So to me, if you mess up this game, this might be the last straw with me and EA. Besides Battlefield, I might not fuck with no more EA's games if they fuck this game up, because I'm really am an avid Star Wars fan. So this is interesting. We know other developers like Ubisoft, they delayed Watch Dogs because it wasn't finishing light. Always these developers was competing with Call of Duty to try to get the game out when Call of Duty came out. Y'all can't. Call of Duty is a basic ass game. That's a simple ass game. You cannot try to make, like, for example, Watch Dogs. You cannot try to make a game that's open world and all that compete with a game like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, the thing about, and these developers, I don't know what they realize is or not, Call of Duty gonna sell regardless. The game could be named Call of Duty Trash. People are still gonna buy the game because it has that Call of Duty tag under it. You know what I'm saying? Like when a parent goes to buy their child a game for Christmas, first thing they think of is Call of Duty. So Call of Duty is gonna sell. It doesn't matter what it is. So what's the point of even trying to compete with these dudes? I understand it's good for the market and all that, But when you're fucking up your games, you're rushing your games, you're half-ass doing shit, trying to compete with this basic ass game, it's just like, take your time, make something good. You know what I'm saying? It'll be worth it in the long run, because then people will actually want like, oh, Battlefield Hardline was good. Let's become a fan of this series. Let's push for them to make a Battlefield Hardline 2. Watch Dogs was good. Let's push for them to make a Watch Dogs 2. You know what I'm saying? If the fans really like the game, it has no issue. They're not gonna have a problem with you making a sequel to it. But games like Call of Duty Ghosts, that game was just ass, period. People are not gonna want a sequel to that game, even though the way the story did end, it seems like they should make a sequel. I don't want to see a sequel to that game unless Infinity Ward is not making it, because Infinity Ward is ass. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about game delays in general, and what do you think about this? Do you think Star Wars, because they did say if they have to delay Star Wars Battlefront, like if the game just is not ready, they will do it. But they are confident that they will not have to do that. So do you think it will be delayed? I think it will be delayed, honestly. Not delayed, but I think it's not gonna be fully finished day one. I think it's gonna have bugs and glitches. I think the game in the long run is gonna be a good game, but I think day one is gonna have glitches and bugs with the online servers. We already know how EA is with online servers. They're not the best at that. So I think day one is gonna, but in the long run, it's gonna be a good game. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to my main channel, the Black Kid TV. Join the family if you haven't already. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.